I am EJM Batulan from BSL English Cover. Pre-test. Make a 3-minute video commenting elaborately on the statements. The 3 statements that follow are based on the findings of international education research on effective classroom practice in multilingual contexts. First statement is the students learn best in the language they know best. The second statement is teachers teach most effectively in the language they're most familiar with. Third is the longer the teaching and learning take place in the first language, the better the educational outcomes. It is of common knowledge that English is the most studied language worldwide. Now, what does that have to do with the 3 statements? You see, it is usually a wide misconception of non-English speaking countries that if a child or a certain individual speaks the English language, he or she would be viewed as someone who is intelligent and has an advanced knowledge. In countries where English is not the first language, many parents and communities believe their children will get a head start in education by going straight for English and bypassing their native language. However, as multiple researchers point out, the evidence suggests otherwise. Research findings consistently show that learners benefit from using their home language in education in early grade. Yet, many developing countries still continue to use other languages for teaching in their schools. Children are placed in a new physical environment when they begin school. The teacher, the majority of the other students, and the classroom are all new. The structured way of learning is also new. This situation can become more problematic if, in addition to these factors, there is a sudden change in the language of interaction. It can, in fact, hinder a child's development. However, by speaking in their native language, educators can bridge the gap between the knowledge students are gaining in the classroom and the life experiences they bring from home. Moreover, by using the learner's native language, learners are more likely to engage in the learning process. It allows learners to make suggestions, ask questions, answer questions, and create and communicate new knowledge with enthusiasm. It gives learners confidence and helps to affirm their cultural identity. This in turn has a positive impact on the way learners see the relevance of school to their lives. Generally, this can be viewed as a learner-centered approach, and thus, as what studies have found, approaches that are learner-centered are guaranteed to produce an effective teaching and learning. Hence, for this instance, teachers are effective. On the contrary, when learners start school in a language that is still new to them, it leads to a teacher-centered approach and reinforces passiveness and silence in classrooms, all of which is bound to have a negative effect on learning outcomes. Therefore, students learn best in the language they know best. Teachers teach most effectively in the language they are most familiar with. Lastly, the longer the teaching and learning take place in the first language, the better the educational outcomes.